Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Now, out here on the internet, there's an awful lot of people that like to spread negativity, right? This is very, very purposeful. And there's a lot of people out there that dedicate their online careers to rebutting and taking down those things that those negative people are saying. And it becomes this endless war between these incorrect, nasty, vitriolic people and these people that have a good heart. But at the end of the day, it's just this fruitless exercise of just honestly, endlessly just going against what these few people are saying, right? And I say that they're honest and decent people, right? These people have a little bit of a problem themselves, which is that they're opportunistic, right? And the reason I say that is because I'm on like video number 400 or something by now. I could have made a video about any number of these fucking online, modern, fascistic, right-wing fucking grifters, right? You got your Matt Walshes, your Ben Shapiro's, your Nick Fuentes's, your Alex Jones's, right? All of these people, if you make a video taking down what they say, right? You go straight up the algorithm because people like to see these wrong people get taken down, get shown what the correct answer is. We like to see people very confidently reappraise our opinions, right? So say me and you both think the earth is round, right? And then there's this knobhead over here who thinks that the earth is flat, right? Well, isn't it just so easy for me to just sit just off the camera and just go, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, you think the earth is flat, ha 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 ha, right? And then that person there, right, this flat earth person, I suppose should realistically be portrayed like this, right? They don't know exactly what they're doing. They don't know how to make a coherent rebuttal. They don't know how to defend their points because they don't actually have a point because they think the fucking earth is flat, right? They're idiots. It's low-hanging fruit at the end of the day. And these people that that are way more intelligent than this, right? That have done studies, that have been to university and gotten degrees in like political theory and all kinds of mad stuff, right? Stuff that I've never even considered. I don't know the first thing about fucking politics, but I do know the earth is round. I do know that fascism is bad. And I do know that going after the likes of Ben Shapiro is just easy fucking money, right? Watch, if I make a video about Ben Shapiro where I'm sat at a computer just fucking Googling, is this thing that Ben Shapiro said correct or not, right? I bet you it'll do more views than the average fucking video where I talk about the stuff I actually care about, right? I don't want to spend my life fucking having a go at Ben Shapiro. And I bet the people that like, you know, the H-Bomber guys and all these fucking political commentators, right, that dedicate their lives and their online careers to, you know, taking down these, you know, nasty, evil people, right? And I agree. Nick Fuentes, bad person. Matt Walsh, bad person. Ben Shapiro thinks that women should be put in prison for fucking having a miscarriage, right? They're evil, nasty, despicable people who shouldn't be allowed to exist, right? They're terrible, awful people, right? And yeah, there's the marketplace of ideas where, you know, Ben Shapiro says that women should be chucked in jail for having a miscarriage. Then I sit over here and go, no, they shouldn't. You should sort of be nice to them. And then he'll turn around and go, yeah, but and then he does that fucking fast talking thing that he does. Like, I know I talk fast, but he talks like he's fucking Eminem, right? And it just kind of becomes this long, it's a particularly bad thing in America, but there's these singular figures, right, that just all of the right-wing kind of sphere get boiled down to. Let me think of all of them. Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes isn't even a big one. Ben Shapiro is a big one. Who's the fucking guy that has that really annoying voice like that? And he always talks about how Tesco is going woke now. And he's always talking about how, oh, there's a war on Christmas. I never used to think there was a war on Christmas, but now I do. Now I do think there's a war on Christmas. It's him. He sits in front of a fucking map. And he just talks like that all the fucking time, right? They all talk about this political agenda from the left or whatever, right? And the left spend all of their time taking down, doing these rebuttals of these bad political opinions. And yeah, they are bad political opinions. But what are we doing here? What's the point of all of this? What's the point of another hour fucking long video about how Ben Shapiro is wrong? What's the point of another video about how this flat earther is an idiot? What's the point of all of this? Is it just to continually remind the audience that they're on the side of right and logic and sensibility and that, you know, the other side is bad? Because that side pumps out content like I do, right? They pump out content just endlessly without any fucking care as to what they're putting out there, right? And You know, you get a lot of these flat earther types that'll make videos and they'll make 3 videos a day. And how are you going to keep up with that? It's like how Donald Trump managed to get in power. He just says one stupid thing after another stupid thing. And by the time you've rebutted one of his stupid things, he said about 30 other stupid things. So it's kind of like that. If you just say enough garbage, right, you just overflow the system of correction. And that's what's going on. I think that these people are wasting their time trying to correct the likes of Ben Shapiro, who's just going to continue being wrong regardless. It's not like H-Bomber Guy could put out the ultimate fucking takedown video and get Ben Shapiro to change his mind. It's just never going to happen. We're never going to get these wrong people to actually see right because they are paid to see wrong, right? They have sponsors, they have right-wing think tanks that fund them, right? And there's going to be people in the comments going, can you name all of them off the top of your head? No, I fucking can't. But there's a million fucking YouTubers out there that have done videos on this exact topic. So I've got to look at one of them. Because my point of this video is that there is too much rebuttal content out there. We're constantly rebutting everything. We're constantly saying that person's wrong, that person's wrong. This person needs a response video made about them because they said some dumb shit. Ah, Charlie Kirk did another fucking thing where he stands in front of a load of fucking students and he said some wrong shit. But because he said it with rigor, that means that he sounds like he's correct. So we need to strip back all of that vigor and bring it down and boil it down to what its actual point is and how wrong it is. As we've got so many videos of this, right? Time and time and time again. It's got to be a genre in of itself at this point. And I agree that all of these people are awful, nasty, despicable people. But what are we doing here? We're just going round in circles like what this video is doing at this point, because I've made that point twice now. And all I think I should do to conclude this is just to say, if you want to make a video about Ben Shapiro or fucking whoever, right? You can, right? I might do it at one point. If I feel like I've actually got something interesting to say, yeah, go for it. It's fun to take down people and be snarky about people that are dumb. I did it about Myron Gaines, like about 8 months ago. I did a video about Myron Gaines and how much of an idiot he is, right? And it's not something I want to do all the time because I don't want to put all that negativity out into the world. They spend their whole lives putting out negativity, right? And what I do when I make a video about them is I justify their negativity and I make it so it's okay for them to have that opinion. Because all these people, Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk, or whatever, they're baiting you. They want you to make these response videos. They want you to talk about them. They want to remain in the limelight of the public discourse. They want to be the ones that I use as a fucking example every time I talk about someone who's wrong. Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, Andrew Tate, they're all the fucking same. They're all fucking idiots and they know they're fucking idiots, but they don't care because all that matters to them is the attention that they get from being talked about how much of a fucking idiot they are, right? They live for that because they get money off of it. Because if I make a video about how shit Ben Shapiro is, right? Say you're watching it in your room, right? And someone walks past your door and they see a clip of Ben Shapiro that I use to give some context so that I can rebut it, right? They only see that clip of Ben Shapiro. They don't see the bit where I rebut it. And then they walk off and they go, huh, yeah, maybe all the immigrants should be murdered. And then they go and do a little bit of research themselves, going, how many immigrants are coming into this country? And then it turns out there's a lot. And they go, how many crimes have been committed by immigrants? Turns out there's a lot. And that's all you need. That's the most basic data that any old dick can fucking research themselves. Next thing you know, because they've Googled that, they're getting Charlie Kirk, they're getting Ben Shapiro in their fucking algorithm. Next thing you know, they're getting right-wing memes and propaganda all put up in their fucking head. Right? And then bam, you've got another one, right? The more that we talk about this stuff, and the more that we allow these people a space in the public discourse, the more that they will use it to fucking draw in a crowd. Because that's what they're all good at. You see Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro and Andrew Tate, they're such good fucking talkers and communicators. Even though I know that they're all wrong, they would fucking throttle me in a debate, right? I could never argue my point as passionately and with as much vigor as they could, even though their point is wrong, and because they're shit at existence. They know how to shut you down, how to use all kinds of different manipulation tactics to make you convinced that you're wrong and that they're right, right? It's the fucking definition of just evil fucking propaganda. It's propaganda from the beginning to end, right? And all we can do is fight against it, right? But fighting against it is not doing anything either. It's helping them. It's leading into their fucking cycle of hatred that spins hatred. And the more that we allow this to happen, the worse it's going to get. And I don't know what the solution is, but I thought with this video I could at least get across the idea, maybe we don't always have to fucking do rebuttals on the same few people. Fuck Ben Shapiro, let's do a video about Nick Fuentes, he never gets a look in. So let's do a video about him and how shit his opinions are. Let's find some random fucking idiot on the internet that gets 20 views and do a response on them. I bet they're saying something more interesting than fucking the repeated meme of H-Bomber guy going through the fucking wall, going, where are all the people in San Francisco gonna live? Yeah, Ben, you said that they should all sell up their house and move because of climate change. Who are they gonna sell their houses to? Aquaman. It was funny the first time, right? But you know how many fucking YouTubers have used that in their bit so that they can talk about Ben Shapiro? So fucking many. Oh yeah, it was a funny bit, right? It was a really funny bit when H-Bomber guy did it fucking 8 years ago, right? Can we move on? Jesus. When he put that out, Rage Comics, right, was still kind of the thing. Okay, they weren't, but Wojaks, whatever the new Wojak thing, they weren't a thing at that point. So that's how long ago it was. So what I would say is, instead of focusing on the same few people, the same Ben Shapiros, the same Andrew Tates, right? That's why I went for Myron Gaines rather than Hamza. I was originally going to do Hamza, but I just thought, everyone fucking does Hamza. Hamza's boring. He's been talked about to fucking death. And then I talked about Myron Gaines and I found out that everyone talks about Myron Gaines as well because he's probably the worst for it. And they're all evil, despicable fucking people who should just be shot with an air rifle. Actually, a real rifle, I mean, like, genocided. It's just despicable. And they're going to turn around and say that I'm just as bad because I made that little joke about them. And they'll go, no, it wasn't a joke. You probably actually want them to be genocide. I mean, if they all disappeared, I wouldn't really care. I wouldn't shed a tear for any of them. But how are we going to get rid of them, right? We can't genocide them, unfortunately, because that's not the way that the world works. It's not legal to do that. It goes against the Geneva Convention. So we got to do something. What can we do? Well, we can keep making these response videos, right? But they clearly aren't working. Ben Shapiro's still a fucking big figure. He's been big for like 10 years. Can he fuck off already? Can we get a new right-wing figurehead, right? Someone interesting and new. And that way we can do a load of videos and do videos on them to death. Then we can move on to the next person, the next person, the next person. But instead of doing that repeated cycle, what I would rather we did instead is we just focused on random individuals, right? Get random individuals that are making videos kind of like the ones that I make, but where they're saying all the wrong things. And then let's just, dissect those wrong things and come up with some kind of societal fucking conclusion. Talking about, oh yeah, you say that all the fucking people should be genocided, right? That's bad because here's the historical example, and here's what it would look like if your plan actually went into practice. Ooh, it's bad, But obviously none of that's going to get as many views as it, so no one's going to do it. Right? That's why people are going to keep doing Myron Gaines videos like what I did. Because yeah, I lied. I think I did know that Myron Gaines was a big name, and I thought I would get views off it, and I got 1K views. You don't get that many views off of doing it, right? But if you talk about these people, there is an inbuilt audience for people who don't like these people. It's the same way that you see video essayists about the same few series. What Nerdwriter talking about fucking Marvel for the 500th time? He does it because it gets views. The same way that whatever YouTuber it is that you like that does response videos to Nick Fuentes or Ben Shapiro, they get views because those people don't like Ben Shapiro and the viewers don't like Ben Shapiro. And because none of them like Ben Shapiro, it's fun to watch someone dunk on Ben Shapiro, right? But I've said Ben Shapiro so much in this fucking video that it means nothing to me, right? Ben who? Shapiro? Mr. Shapiro? Oh, hi Mr. Shapiro, got your fucking laundrette stuff ready. We've waxed your suit. I have you now. Oh, brilliant, that's good because, and then there's the same 5 fucking jokes about, oh yeah, he's got that voice, like that, right? I can't, and then there's jokes about his sister having big tits or whatever. It's just like, I don't care about any of this, right? His ideas are fucking shite, right? His ideas are fucking awful. He thinks that women who have a miscarriage should be arrested and thrown in fucking prison, right? He's not worth our time. He's not worth our space. We should not give him a space in the public discourse, right? Because he believes shit like that. But we're giving him that platform because he's so interesting and so extreme. Oh, he was a boy genius who fell off. Who fucking gives a shit? Just move on with our lives. If we can do that, then we can make the world a better place. So, yeah, that's going to be it from me. Bit of a rant towards the end. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave your thoughts in the comments and that. yeah, I suppose that's it. Do you disagree with the point that I'm making? If you do, why? If you agree with it, why do you agree with it? And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.